Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play today's Puzzmo Crossword. It is March 12th, 2025, Wednesday, and today's crossword is called Keyboard Characters with an emoji of a person sitting behind a laptop. Today's crossword is by Stella Zawistowski, if I pronounced that correctly, and edited by Ori Bryant. Alright, as usual, I'm going to solve the crossword first with the music in the background, and then we'll discuss the clues and theme, if any, afterward. So let's get started. Okay, I solved the puzzle in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. I'll be honest, I didn't do that quickly because I struggled with some of the clues. I'll be so honest here. But let's take a closer look at the notes. Today's puzzle is Keyboard Characters by Stella Zawistowski, edited by Ori Bryan, hinted by Matthew Stock. A note from Stella. Stella says, I love that the word balletomane, a devotee of ballet per Merriam-Webster, exists for people like me. Although I've not attempted to do ballet since about age 6, that would require a great deal more coordination and flexibility than I have. You will find me in the audience at plenty of live ballet performances in New York. So, of course, the genesis of this puzzle was Tyler Peck, a ballerina who's considered one of the greats of her generation, and Helen Hunt made a nice symmetrical pairing. Tyler Peck is quite active on Instagram, by the way, so even if you can't get to New York City to see her perform in person, you can see clips like this one of her dancing on her feed. It's totally spawn con, but still fun to watch. Oh, I think SpawnCon is sponsored content. Okay, never heard of that shortened that way. Okay. And then from the editor, Brooke. Brooke says, when Stella queried this theme, I wasn't sure how familiar Hunted Peck was, so I asked her to include type as a revealer with a very dupy clue, i.e. that reuses keywords found in the grid. Last year, my friend and I did a movie marathon with Twister, followed by Twisters. I thought Helen Hunt was great. Okay, yeah, so not really great scoring here, but let's take a closer look at the clues. I didn't really get the Hunted Peck stuff out. Have to Google that in a bit, but yeah, let's go ahead. One across, non-kosher Sammy, that'll be a sandwich, so BLT, which I think is bacon, lettuce, tomato. So I think bacon is the non-kosher bit that is not really suitable for those who are Jewish, I believe so. One down, Z worthy, so it's like something with boring, so something is blah. Two down, to entice is to lure. Three down, small part of your immune system. Yep, that would be a T cell. Nine down, joint, a power lifter might rep. Oh, right. So powerlifting, because they do this list, so they might rep their knee, their knee joint, right? 12 down, reporters take on story. Yes, that would be an angle. The way that they approach the story, basically. 15 down, I forgot the word. I totally forgot the word, and that's why I got tripped up here. It was my own mistake because I totally I mean, of course I've heard of the word. I just couldn't think of it. It was so annoying. So that's why I had to use a hint because I just couldn't think of it. 15 down, Dragon's treasure heap, for example, that would be a hoard. 4 down, country with the highest alpaca population, that would be Peru. Yes, Peru has loads of alpacas. They're super cute. They also have llamas, or I'm not pronouncing, but llamas we say in English, and then I think we say llamas in Spanish. Pardon my terrible pronunciation. 5 down, the Great British Bake Off appliance. So that's a baking competition. So they use ovens, of course. 6 down, place to park. So this is not like parking your car, but to like park your ass. So sit down somewhere, so seat. So I like this one. 7 down, word after tight or tail. So that'd be tight end or tail end, the end of something. Okay, let's take a closer look at the cross clues. 4 across, encouraging shout at a drag ball. So drag ball is like like for those participants who dress up in drag, and I know they do like, I think they do like dance offs or something like that, or pose offs, whatever. So yeah, they will shout pose. That's what I would call. Okay. 8 across, major factor in whether you win a poker game. Yep, that's true. Luck is a major factor as well. Of course, skills involved, but I would say luck helps a lot because if you have a great hand and you're a great player, then I think you're almost certainly going to win. But if you have a crap hand, even though you're a great player, it's kind of hard to make it work sometimes, 10 across, like exactly one prime number. So there's only one even prime number, if I'm not mistaken, and that's the number 2. So prime numbers are numbers that can be divided by 1 and itself, and yeah, that's it. 11 across, venue for a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate match. I only guessed arena because I think like I've seen some clips of the video game, I think, and they fight in some kind of stage or whatever. So I guess that's called the arena. I just guessed that. 13 across, enjoy a graphic novel. So to do that, needs to read it. 14 across, she plays Dr. Joe Hardy in Twister. I got a little bit mixed up here because I was thinking this is the recent one, which is actually called Twisters, the not exactly sequel. But yeah, I forgot that this is talking about the original cast of the original movie Twister. Anyway, I forgot that Helen Hunt was in that movie. I thought it was some other actress that was there. So to remember that. 16 across, brand of tiny bricks, that'd be Lego. 17 across, it was a lover and his blank. Shakespeare song from As You Like It. I mean, obviously, lover and his last makes much more sense because last is like a lady, That almost makes more sense. I just put in lost because I didn't know what to put in there. So again, yeah, not great answering from me there, putting in lost, that was not great. 20 across, New York City ballet principal who's been called pure joy in toe shoes. Her name is Tyler Peck. Honestly, I was a little bit hesitant on what this answer was because I feel like whose name is spelled like that? I mean, Tyler. So I wasn't sure, like, am I looking for a name? Am I looking for a term? I was actually very confused as to what is the answer that they wanted because I've never heard of this person. So that was my trivia undoing there. Okay, and I don't know. I think we'll have Peck and Hunt there somewhere. Okay, 18 down. Went faster than the limit. It's like, exceeding the speed limit is to speed, basically. 19 down. Round with 4 teams for short, so that'd be the semifinals. So that'd be 4 teams remaining before you go into the finals where it's 1v1 or 2 teams. 23 down. Piece of agility training equipment. So, I guess this is like the cone that they use. For example, like they put those little cones on the ground and then you You try to run in between the clones, I think, so that's like to train your agility. I think it works for humans as well as dogs that they use clones to. I think so. But yeah, I was very confused. I don't know why my brain just couldn't piece together like what that possible answer could be. It's just not coming together for me. I think that's all. 24 down, head down, cold. So knew something, you knew for sure something. 20 down, ironic name for a Great Dane. A Great Dane is a breed of dog, which is, I would say, as the name suggests, it is a large dog. But an ironic name would be Tiny because it's a big dog. So to call a dog Tiny, a big dog Tiny, is kind of ironic. 25 down, place to park. So this is actually referring to the car now. So place to park, parking lot. 21 down, my turn. So another way to say it is I'm up. So like I'm next, basically. 22 down, blank my number. So lose my number is a phrase people say. Okay, 25 across, ride a wedding party you might rent. So that would be a limo. People often use that to go attend weddings. 27 across, heavy load to bear is an onus, a burden, essentially. 29 across, when you do this with 2 fingers, it's called hunt and peck. Oh, I didn't know that. Hunt and peck. What does that mean? Hunt and peck. Meaning. Okay, hunt and peck, denoting or using an inexplicit form of typing in which only 1 or 2 fingers are used. Oh my gosh, this is the funniest trivia I've ever heard. This is very interesting. So it's basically like you're just doing this and this and this. So you're hunting and then you're pecking like a little bird, I guess. Hunt and peck. Now I get it. Now that makes a lot more sense. I like that. So hunt and peck. Okay, now I get it. It's really fun. I mean, obviously I didn't know this trivia, but I'm glad that I learned about it today. That's very, very fun. Where was I actually? Type. Yeah. So it's called Hunt and Peck. And I should have realized that this was obviously in reference to Helen Hunt and Peck here, but again, I should have read it better and I didn't, so that's on me. 26 across. Okay, this is a great clue because it really confused me for the longest time. I was a possessive case. I didn't get it. Didn't get it all. To the end, I realized that possessive is referring to, like a demon possess you. So possessive case would be a demon in a sense. 28 across, eat but with style. So that's to dine, like fine dining. 30 across, make clothes using needles and thread. That's pretty basic, straightforward. So there were a couple of like tricky clues here that some clues weren't necessarily that tricky, but it's in my brain couldn't interpret the answers that were required of me. And then there were some that were meant to be tricky on purpose, and those, I also got tripped on. So and then that didn't help that I didn't know the name. So that was my lacking of trivia. But I love that I know what hunt and peck is. I mean, that's sort of like the at the same time the cutest thing, but also the funniest thing I've heard today. Very cool to learn about that. But yeah, so that was today's Puzzmo Crossword. Let me know how you did in the comments. If you enjoyed today's keyword characters. Oh, now I get a keyboard character. So Helen Hunt and Tyler Peck, they're both characters, people. I mean, and then based on the keyboard. Exactly. All right, I really like this. Thank goodness. I mean, no shame in using the hunt and peck method, but I would have been so called out if I were solving this crossword using hunt and peck method, and then I see that in the crossword, I'll feel like, damn, are you spying on me? But thankfully I don't do that method. I mean, I work as an editor, so I have to be pretty fast. I'm not saying the fastest, but I'm pretty fast, so I can't really rely on hunt and peck, or it would take forever to get my job done. But yeah, that was today's Puzzmo Crossword. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.